10 most expensive heavy equipment machines. Working at another level. Imagine standing at the edge of a mine at sunrise. The air is cold, the ground is shaking, and in front of you rolls a single machine that costs more than a fleet of supercars. Its tires are taller than your house. Its engine drinks fuel by the ton. And it is not even the biggest or most expensive machine out here. Some people flex with sports cars or private jets. Mining companies, construction giants, and energy corporations flex with machines so huge they have staircases, elevators, and entire maintenance teams just to keep them alive. These are not toys. These are moving pieces of infrastructure, each one with a price tag in the millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. In this video, we are counting down 10 of the most expensive heavy equipment machines on Earth. The monsters that are literally working at another level. From superdozers and ultra-class dump trucks to tunnel-boring moles and billion-dollar offshore rigs. You're about to see what expensive really means in the world of heavy machinery. And make sure you watch to the end, because number 1 is not just a machine, it is basically a floating city block that can cost as much as a skyscraper. In this countdown, we are not talking about prototypes or museum pieces. Every machine on this list is built to work, to move earth, dig tunnels, lift an entire building's worth of weight, or drill into the seafloor. We will give you rough price ranges, the crazy specs, and the one feature that makes each machine feel like it is from another planet. Think hundreds of tons of steel, thousands of horsepower, and running costs that would bankrupt a normal company in a week. By the time we hit number 1, you will understand how a single piece of equipment can cost hundreds of millions, or even push toward $1 billion, just to build and deploy. Let us start at number 10, with a bulldozer that makes normal dozers look like toys. At number 10, we have the Komatsu D575A Superdozer, one of the largest production bulldozers ever built. This beast weighs over 150 tons and packs around 1,150 horsepower, pushing a blade that can move roughly 70 to 120 cubic yards of material in a single pass. When it comes to price, think well over $1 million before you even fuel it or ship it to a mine site. Climbing into the cab feels like walking up onto a small building because that is basically what it is on tracks. At number 9, the ultra-class mining dump trucks are true monsters, like the Belle Z 75710 and Cat 797F. These ultra-class machines can haul 450 tons of payload with a fully loaded weight of more than 800 tons. You are looking at $5 to $7 million per truck, depending on options and location. Just one load can carry the weight of more than 300 normal cars. Park a pickup next to it, and the pickup looks like a toy. These trucks are the backbone of giant open-pit mines, moving mountains, one load at a time. At number 8 is the Caterpillar 6090 FS hydraulic shovel, one of the largest hydraulic excavators on the planet. Its operating weight is around 1,000 tons. Its standard bucket capacity is roughly 52 cubic meters, or about 68 cubic yards. That is big enough that one scoop could completely fill a regular construction dump truck. With about 4,500 horsepower on tap, this machine spends its life loading ultra-class haul trucks as fast as operators can swing the boom. Total cost can easily run into the tens of millions once you include shipping, assembly, and support. At number 7, we go even more industrial with the electric rope shovel, like the classic P&H Komatsu 4100 series giants. These beasts weigh well over 1,000 tons, and their buckets can hold 60+ cubic yards of rock in one bite. Instead of diesel, they are grid-powered, pulling huge amounts of electricity through trailing cables. They are basically permanent fixtures of huge open-pit mines, working almost non-stop for decades. A single unit, with its electrical systems and setup, can cost tens of millions of dollars, and it can move thousands of tons per hour. Quick pause in the list. If you are enjoying these insane heavy machines, the kind of gear that shapes mountains, digs tunnels, and keeps our modern world running, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want more videos about extreme trucks, mega excavators, giant cranes, and the wild engineering behind them, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We have plenty more monsters coming, including Arctic haulers, record-breaking cranes, and demolition machines that can tear down a tower like it is made of cardboard. Alright, back to the list. Number 6 is the Liebherr LR 13000, one of the most powerful crawler cranes in the world. It can lift up to 3,000 tons and reach hook heights around 236 meters, which is approximately 770 feet into the air. These cranes assemble refineries, nuclear plant components, and giant offshore wind parts, anything too heavy for normal cranes. The crane itself costs tens of millions of dollars, but that is just the start. It can take dozens of truckloads to bring all the parts to a site, and weeks of assembly before it even lifts its first load. At number 5, we head underground with the tunnel boring machine called TBM. Companies like Herrenknecht and Robbins build these custom giants to carve subway tunnels, undersea links, and mountain passages. A large tunnel boring machine can be 30 to 50 plus feet in diameter, and when you include the backup systems, it can stretch a football field or more in length. Total project cost for a mega tunnel boring machine, including design, build, and all the support gear, can easily hit $50 to $100+ million. A tunnel boring machine doesn't just dig. It chews through rock, removes the rubble, and installs concrete lining segments as it advances, acting like a moving underground factory. At number 4, we have the bucket wheel excavator, the stuff of internet legend. Machines like Germany's massive Bagger series are some of the largest land vehicles ever built. They can weigh over 10,000 tons, stretch longer than a football field, and stand as tall as a high-rise building. Instead of taking bites of earth, they shave entire hillsides with a rotating wheel of buckets, feeding material onto endless conveyor belts. These machines are custom built for specific mines, and when you count engineering, fabrication, and on-site assembly, the total cost can climb into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Walking around one, you can literally get lost inside the structure. Companies like Caterpillar and older Bucyrus models build these giants specifically for surface mining. They can weigh several thousand tons, with booms reaching hundreds of feet, and buckets big enough to bury a small house in one swing. Instead of rolling on tracks, a dragline walks on giant shoes, lifting and shoving itself forward a few feet at a time. These machines are so big, they are built on site. Nobody is shipping them on a flatbed. With design, construction, and assembly, a modern walking dragline can easily cost from $100 million to $200 million or more, but it can move unimaginable amounts of overburden over its lifetime. Number 2 moves us offshore. Deepwater drilling rigs and drill ships are some of the most expensive machines ever built. A modern ultra-deepwater drill ship can cost hundreds of millions of dollars, sometimes pushing toward or over $1 billion by the time it is fully equipped. These rigs can operate in thousands of meters of water, hold position over a tiny point on the seafloor using dynamic positioning thrusters, and drill wells miles below the ocean surface. They carry full power plants, crew quarters, workshops, drilling equipment, and more. For the companies that own them, every day of operation is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Downtime is brutally expensive. At number 1, the machines that blur the line between equipment and infrastructure are project-specific mega machines, like custom tunnel boring machines built for record tunnels, or huge offshore installation vessels. Think of a ship-sized platform that combines heavy lift cranes, dynamic positioning, and processing systems all in one hull, or a one-off mega tunnel boring machine built just for a single undersea tunnel. The price tags here can reach well into the billion-dollar range once you include engineering, construction, and support systems. These machines can take years to design and build, require massive specialized crews, and might only work on a handful of flagship projects in their entire lifespan. They are truly another level. So, from mere million-dollar superdozers to billion-dollar offshore rigs and one-off mega machines, you have just seen how extreme heavy equipment can get. These are the giants working quietly in the background, digging the tunnels we drive through, mining the minerals in our phones, lifting the components of our power plants, and drilling for the energy that keeps the lights on. Which machine on this list blew your mind the most? And if money was no object, which one would you want to stand next to in real life? Drop your answer in the comments. If you want more videos about insane heavy equipment and mega engineering, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.